What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I am renovating another apartment in Simmarysims. This apartment is built in 20 Culpepper House if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's right there in the upper left corner. You can see it's built in 20 Culpepper House. The Culpepper apartments are by far my favorite apartments in Simmarysims. I don't know why. The Spice District is just my favorite district in that world. I think it's so like cozy looking and so cute, and it just looks like a very fun place to live. And I think I have renovated all of the Culpepper apartments now. I think this was the only one I hadn't done yet, and since I was planning on furnishing this one for a single dad and 3 daughters, I thought it would be perfect because I think the Spice District is just the perfect place for families to live. It's a perfect place to build family apartments, and I think that's what the district is meant for as well, and what these apartments are meant for. They're definitely larger apartments, and I think this one is one of the biggest of the 3 Culpepper apartments. Is it 3? Yeah, I think there's 3 Culpepper apartments in total, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one is the biggest. I'm not sure, actually, but it feels like it's the largest. And the shape of this apartment is very strange because it has 2 of those bump outs, and one side of the wall, or 2 sides of the walls, do not have any windows. So it was definitely, I needed to think about it for a while before I figured out the floor plan. But I am really happy with the way that this floor plan turned out. I think it makes a lot of sense because I did want there to be 3 bedrooms in total. Like I mentioned, this apartment, I furnished it for a single dad and his 3 daughters. And I was thinking 1 teenage daughter and 2 children who are twins. So there is 1 teen and 2 kids in this household, and I was thinking that the teen, I wanted to give her her own private bedroom, and then the kids, the twins, they could share a bedroom, and then obviously the dad has his own bedroom as well. So I did want there to be definitely 3 bedrooms in this house. And I decided to place the bedrooms on the side of the apartment with the most windows because I did want all 3 of the bedrooms to be kind of close together so that the floor plan would make the most sense. But I also wanted the bedrooms to have windows. Like, I didn't want to have to furnish a bedroom with no windows. Like, I would hate that. I do not want any of my Sims to have a bedroom without windows. That would be the worst thing ever. I don't know, I would hate that. So I didn't want to do that. So I decided to place the bedrooms on the side with the most windows in the apartment. And then the rest of the house is pretty much an open floor plan. You can see me furnishing the kitchen right now. The kitchen is a little bit closed off. There's no windows in here, but that is just fine. So because there's no windows, I didn't want to fully close it off. So I decided to go with like a custom archway, if that makes sense, with those columns. And then the hallway that leads to the bedrooms also has an archway like that right across the room. So I don't know, I was just really happy with the way that this floor plan turned out. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I was just in general really having a lot of fun with this apartment. Probably because I had such a clear vision in my mind of what this family would be like, and I was really enjoying the vibe of this family and the vibe of this apartment. And yeah, it had also been a while since I furnished or renovated an apartment. So it was something different for a change. And yeah, I don't know, I was just really enjoying it. And I was also really enjoying this kitchen. I think it looks really cute. It's a kitchen with laundry. So it's kind of like a laundry room and a kitchen mixed together. And I cluttered it up with a bunch of stuff. I did make sure to leave 1 counter completely free of any clutter, so your Sims can use that to cook on. So there shouldn't be any problems there. I did playtest it, so for me it worked perfectly fine, at least. And yeah, I don't know. I was just really having fun with this apartment. I was thinking that the family is pretty well off. They're not struggling money-wise at all. The dad, he probably has a job that pays more than enough so that he can cover the rent and he can take care of his 3 daughters. Not quite enough money to actually buy like a house, but definitely enough money to be able to afford the rent, and that he is able to comfortably just take care of his kids. And yeah, I think that these 4 people, they are living a very happy life. And I think they're all like very family oriented. I was thinking that this family, they probably spend a lot of time together. So that's why I basically placed a dining table in more of like the central area of the house, because I am thinking that the family, they spend a lot of time together and they have a lot of family dinners, probably every single day, to just catch up on each other's day and how they're all doing. And I think that this family, yeah, I think they just spend a lot of time together and they love each other very much, obviously. And yeah, I don't know. I just had such a clear vision in my mind of what this family would be like, as I mentioned earlier. So that's why I was having a lot of fun furnishing this apartment. I don't think I've ever furnished anything for a single dad. And it doesn't really matter. It could be a single mom just as well. It really doesn't matter. But in my mind, for my storyline, a single dad was just really what inspired me to build it this way, or to renovate the apartment this way with this kind of furniture. It's very colorful, but also combined with a lot of neutral tones, like a lot of grays, which I think go together very well with the wood tone of the flooring. I was really enjoying that combination of tones together. And then I used a lot of grays, but also lighter blues and just pops of color around the apartment. And it is quite spacious. I mean, there's a lot of space in this apartment, but yeah, I don't know. I found that quite fitting. So, like I mentioned, I think the family is pretty well off. The dad, he definitely has a job that pays enough so that he can cover the rent and take care of his kids. I don't know what his career would be. Maybe he's a teacher or something. He's a very social guy that loves children and that loves, I don't know, just helping people, helping others. So I think something like the teaching career would be perfect for him. I don't know, I think something like that would be, or maybe a doctor or something like that. That could also be a good thing for him to do. I didn't really think of that. I didn't really think what his profession would be or anything. I just really had a clear vision in my mind of how this family would work. I was also thinking, so the dad, the single dad, he's living alone. He's not in a relationship, and he's living with his 3 daughters. And I think the other parent is definitely around. The kids, they do see their other parent, but I think they're divorced, and the other parent doesn't live in a house or an apartment that is suitable for the 3 kids to live with them. Maybe it's a smaller apartment, or there's not enough bedroom space or something like that. But I do think that the kids, they do see their other parent, but they just live here with their dad because this is where they go to school, or maybe this is the part of town where they have always lived and where they grew up or something. As far as the teen goes, I think the kids were probably very young when the parents got divorced. I think they have been living in this situation for a long time. So yeah, that's kind of the storyline that I had in mind for this family. And because it's a family house, I always like to clutter up the spaces as much as I can. So I placed just a lot of books everywhere. I love placing books and clutter items like the headphones that I just placed on a coffee table in family homes. I just think it's so fitting. And because there's 2 kids in this house, I also use a lot of debug items from seasons, like those craft items and drawings on the walls and just postcards that they maybe drew. Like, I placed those items on the wall. There is a couple of more places in this apartment where I place down those crafty items. I always think that makes it look so cute and so like family friendly, and it just really makes it look like a family apartment. And yeah, here I'm just cluttering up a bookcase with a lot of stuff. Like I mentioned, I just like stuff to look very cluttered up when it comes to family homes and family apartments. So yeah, for this one, I was definitely just relaxing, taking my time, cluttering everything up. I don't really always like doing that too much. I mean, I love placing clutter, But at the same time, I'm a very impatient person. And if I'm in the right mindset, I can take a lot of time and being very detailed about my clutter. But whenever I'm like a little bit tired or in a mood or in a different kind of mood, then sometimes I get tired of placing down all that clutter so precisely. And I'll just either take a break or not make it as cluttered. But for this one, for example, this desk, I was cluttering it up like very detailed. And yeah, I was just having a lot of fun with it. As you can probably tell, I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell because I know that I actually was having a lot of fun with this apartment. And I think that the color scheme is so light and fresh and crisp looking. Like I said, there's a lot of neutral tones. I love neutral tones, combined with that lighter, like baby blue color on the curtains. And here you can see me furnishing one of the two bathrooms. I was thinking that this is the bathroom. It's a hall bathroom, and this is the bathroom that the daughters share. And then the dad, he has his own ensuite bathroom in his own bedroom, obviously, because it's an ensuite. But I was thinking that this apartment was probably being renovated when they already like signed the lease for it. I think it was probably being renovated still, so that they could actually pick a couple of the color schemes. So I was thinking that the daughters, they maybe picked out the colors of the wall tiles and the furniture in this bathroom. So I went for like pastel kind of pink combined with that very pastel mint green on the wall and stuff. I think that is the color that the daughters picked out, because the dad, in his ensuite, wow, I'm struggling to speak, I'm sorry. In his ensuite, he does have the exact same tiles on the wall and on the floor, and the exact same furniture items in the bathroom, but in different color swatches. So I was thinking, like I mentioned, before the family moved in here, the apartment was still being renovated. So because they already signed the lease, wow, I can't speak. I'm so sorry. But because they already signed the lease, they could have a say in the color scheme, for example, the kitchen and the bathrooms and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I know that's how it works for apartments here where I live. If it's not fully done yet, but you already bought it or you already signed the lease, then you can have a say in the kind of furniture and the color scheme that you want it to be in there. So I was thinking that's how it could be for this apartment as well. But here you can see that I am furnishing the dad's bedroom, and I was having a lot of fun with this one. I don't actually have ever used that swatch of the wallpaper with that like gray like paneling and the like bluish, grayish, greenish wallpaper on top, if that makes sense. I don't know, I was really enjoying the cooler color scheme in this bedroom. And there's lots of blues and lots of grays and then black furniture items in here. I thought it was very like masculine looking, if that makes sense. Like, not that it is meant for a guy, but masculine as in like the style of furniture, like the type of furniture, if that makes any sense, the type of colors that I used in here. And I didn't clutter this one up too much because there's a lot of cabinet space in this bedroom. So I was thinking that the dad, he probably keeps his bedroom pretty neat and just puts all his stuff away in the cabinets that he has above and beside his bed and everything. And here you can see me furnishing his bathroom. It's a little bit smaller than the hall bathroom, but that makes sense because it's an ensuite. So, but you can see that I used the exact same furniture items except for the mirror, I think, but just in different color swatches, and that goes for the wallpaper in there as well. And here I am furnishing. I moved on to the teen's bedroom. I was thinking this girl, she is very sporty. She's very into sports and she plays all different kinds of sport. And that is just her passion and what she loves doing the most. So you can see me later on, I'm placing down a couple of clutter items, a couple of like sports equipment kinds of items and a soccer ball and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that she is probably in her last year of high school or maybe her junior year, either her junior or her senior year. But she will be off to college in not too long. So I am thinking that it is her dream to go to college. It's her dream to go to Brightchester, especially because of the soccer team. I think it's her dream to become a professional soccer player. I think that would be a cute idea for her. And that's why she really wants to become part of the Brightchester soccer team. So she really wants to go to college and study something, maybe like something like communications or something, or maybe history or physics. I think she's very smart. She's a very intelligent girl, and she takes her schoolwork very seriously, partly because she does want to go to university. She does want to be accepted into Brightchester University, and she wants to be accepted into the soccer team. So she has to do well in school right now. She has to get good grades, and I think she's very serious about that. And she wants to, like I mentioned, study something like maybe physics or communications, but her lifelong dream is to become a professional soccer player. So she wants to study something as sort of a plan B, if that makes sense. But her biggest dream is to become a soccer player and earn her money that way. She does realize that that is very difficult, but she wants to try it anyway. And I do imagine her to be a very good soccer player. She's probably played soccer most of her life. And she also plays other sports, I think. She's just very sporty, and she takes a lot of interest in all different kinds of sports. And yeah, I just think that that is something that comes naturally to her. But at the same time, she's also very girly. So I use a lot of different colors in her bedroom for the furniture, a lot of different pops of color everywhere. And I was really enjoying this dresser with the pink and the green and the yellow pops of color on there. I think that is very cute. So definitely not all the colors in here match perfectly, but I think that is very realistic for a teen bedroom or a kid's bedroom. I don't know. I don't think that the kids or the teens, they pay a lot of attention to the color scheme in their bedroom. They just have the furniture and the stuff that they like. And if it goes together, it goes together. And if it doesn't go together, then, you know, that's fine. So I just placed a couple of like prizes, trophies on the wall there that she probably won with soccer games or other different sporting games. I don't know. Like I mentioned, she's probably very good at different kinds of sports. And she has won a lot of prizes in her day, I think. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. And I just placed down a few, a few clutter items here and there. I placed down a few soccer balls down there. I thought that was a very nice detail. And just some other sports equipment in the corner by the wardrobe and stuff. But yeah, that was kind of the storyline that I had in mind for the teen. I did spend a lot of time on that bedroom because I was having so much fun with it. And the same goes for this bedroom, really. This is the twins' bedroom, the bedroom for the two kids, the two girls, and I was thinking that one of them is very into creative things. She is the kind of girl that is very crafty, and I do think that all the drawings and pictures that you can see hung up around the house, probably she's the one that made probably most of them. So she's very creative. She's very into being crafty, and I don't know. I think that she is that kind of girl. And then the other girl, I think she's very into animals, and she wants to become a vet. She already knows that. She's very into animals. She loves all sorts of animals, and I was imagining her to be the kind of girl that always asks her dad for a cat or a dog. I think it's her dream to have a cat or a dog to take care of. She just loves animals more than anything. And yeah, I was just imagining that she would ask her dad for her birthday every single year for a cat or a dog. But they probably can't have that in their apartment. It's either not allowed, or the dad just doesn't want them to have a cat or a dog because they don't even have like a balcony space or anything. So the animal won't be able to go outside. Obviously, when you have a dog, you have to just go out with the dog and walk the dog and stuff. But still, the dad just doesn't feel comfortable having a pet if that pet can't even go out on a balcony space or something like that. So I decided that one year for their birthday, the kids, they got a little animal. You can see me I placed down that cage. I think it's the one for the hedgehog, if I'm not mistaken. But I just think that is so cute. I also got my first pet stuff. I had gotten that like just before I started building this. So I was really set on using items from that pack. Because I don't know, probably an unpopular opinion, but I really like the pack. Like, I hate the fact that you have to have cats and dogs for this stuff pack to be able to work. I think that makes no sense at all, and that is really stupid. But at the same time, I really love the items that are in this pack. I think they're perfect for a kid's bedroom like this. And I think the hamsters and hedgehogs and just those little animals, I think they're the cutest, and they're such a cute addition to the game. So that's why I decided that one of the girls is very into animals, and they got a little hedgehog for their birthday one year. Yeah, but that is kind of the storyline that I had in mind for this apartment. I hope you enjoyed watching me furnish this apartment. You can't download it off the gallery as a room, but you can place it in 20 Culpepper House. My gallery ID username is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Instagram if you'd like. My Instagram handle is @Simmarysims. And you can also leave your comments and your questions down below, of course. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!